is cold. It is cold. But we back. We back and we better than ever. Giving y'all that real deal. Giving y'all the real deal. Whether you like it or not. It's all real. All authentic. Nothing fake. That's how we riding. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you share the live. Make sure you share the live. What's up, Frank? Got my man Smash in the building. Smash Sports Gaming. Hey, yo, what I tell y'all, though? What I tell y'all, though? Who else been on here since day one saying Diddy not guilty? People be trying to act like I don't know what I be talking about and you be biased and oh man. It ain't that. It ain't that. I ain't need to read the paperwork yet though, but for what I understand, Cassie enjoyed the Freakoffs. How you like that? How that sound for people? What's up, Ken? From what I understand, word on the street is Cassie enjoyed the Freakoffs, y'all. What y'all think about that? Who would have thought that, man? After this big fuss about Freakoffs, who would have thought that Cassie was the aggressor? Maybe it was her wanting the Freakoffs. You know what I mean? I might gotta change my take. You know, first I was saying, you know, maybe she liked the Freakoffs at first, and then Diddy got a little obsessive with it. But shit, maybe she always liked the Freakoffs, and Diddy was saying, he wanted to slow him down. Maybe that's what the beef was about. What if the beef was Diddy wanted to slow down the Freakoffs and Cassie wanted to keep him going? What if that was the real issue, y'all? Then we got Dirty Work of the Day, Long Crime Network. Long Crime Network get Dirty Work of the Day award because of their coverage of this Diddy situation. Now y'all won't believe. Well, y'all not gonna believe the last video Long Crime Network did on Diddy. Dang, I got my black mouse. Hold up, y'all. We gotta relocate again. My bad, called Mr. Johnson and Johnson. Straight up, man. Get that man a motherfucking deal with Johnson and Johnson when he come home, man. And man, that's how you can reward him for fucking him over. He can be the face. You know what I mean? Make my man, oh shit, I gotta wash these clothes, y'all. Make my man Diddy the face of Johnson and Johnson. Hold up. Oh shit. Forgot I had to wash these clothes real quick. What y'all think about that, y'all? What y'all think about Diddy being the new face of Johnson and Johnson? What's up, Chelsea? What's up, Benji? Yeah, yo, word on the street is, yo, Cassie liked it. She loved it. And that bitch doing her thing. I mean, gang bangs, all type of shit. I mean, they say the gang bangs was out of this world. That's what they say, yo. And this ain't coming from me. I mean, this all in the documents. This is It's like, no, I don't know if that's in the documents or not, y'all. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on the gangbangs is out of this world. Cause I don't know. I don't know if they say that or not. But remember, I told y'all, yo, the last time they was in court, that Diddy lawyer said that they done got discovery 6 times, and they haven't got nothing that says sex trafficking. Nothing, because it is nothing. It's nothing. They locked up Diddy based off of motherfuckers on social media. Diddy got locked up on public opinion. That's what they booked him for. They booked him for public opinion, man. It's the black community fault, yo. Congratulations, y'all. We got Diddy booked. God damn, y'all. It's fucking ridiculous. What is that kid, y'all? Oh, there you go. Gotta wash these fucking clothes. Just gotta get 2 loads. I can't wash that shit. Fucking 1 load. 2 loads. Oh no, these ain't even dirty. Yo, share it live, yo. Come on, UT. What the fuck is y'all doing? UT be out of control, man. I know motherfuckers ain't interested in what's going on with Diddy. Look, if I put in the title, Diddy done, groundbreaking evidence proves that everything the media said is right. They'd have sent 5,000 people on this bitch. We'd have had a motherfucking party. But since the title say Cassie enjoyed the Freakoffs, they're a little reserved. What's up, Porters? Any updates on? Nah, I think Cameron Jim situation is what it is. Matter of fact, I do want to, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that because Mace spoke on it. How much y'all listen to what Mace had to say if you ain't already heard it. But yeah, we're going to dive into what Mace had to say. We're going to touch on a couple different topics. I just ain't put them all in the title for real. So we ain't just going to talk about Diddy. But that is the main topic. Hey, y'all, cut that out. Cut that out. If I send you outside in the cold, it's cold as shit out there. You not want to go out there. Tell me. I don't give a fuck how much fur you got. You don't want to go out there. I gotta get my Black Miles and we can rock and roll. We can rock and roll. Cool. You talking about going up? Ain't that like? But man, make sure I hit the support the platform, man. Anybody support the platform in days? We've been doing lives. Ain't making nothing out of it. Yo, where my Black Miles at? Man, what the fuck? You see I did my cigar. Hold on, one. Look, y'all, Ben Allen, miserable, y'all. Everybody say hi to Ben Allen. He don't got nothing else better to do with his time. Yo, have you ever seen black people go into a white person chat and type in honky or cracker? Like, yo, that's how you can tell, yo, these motherfuckers really be miserable, yo. Like, have anybody ever seen that? I know I haven't, and I've been in a lot of people's lives, different people. He ain't black. What you talking about? It black about you. Yeah, I gonna be black. You keep fucking around. That's gonna be black. Your motherfucking eye. Fuck with the wrong one, the right one, and that bitch gonna be blue with a little bit of green around it. Yo, why you keep doing that? Why you keep doing that? I got something for you. My man miserable. My man came over here to type in the M word. That motherfucker ain't got nothing else better to do with their life. God damn, that shit had to hurt. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I couldn't be that miserable, y'all. I couldn't be that miserable. Just to do that, like, that gotta be a fucked up way of living, man. Dang, y'all. I blame your parents. I blame your parents, man. They need to be ashamed of themselves for raising a fucking shithead. Motherfucking shithead. Ain't that what y'all say? Alright, y'all, we ready now. What, that was 12 minutes? That wasn't that bad. Dang, y'all dropped my phone. My shit scratched up. Shit, hold up, yo. That's a little better. Yeah, straight up going up. Hey, Tasha, that'd be crazy. Hey, I don't know, man. This sweatshirt go to the Super Bowl pimping. All right, y'all, but let's get to work. Let's get to work. Get to work. So yeah, we got some documents on Diddy. Not saying a few people talk about it, but I ain't seen nobody go into the documents like we did. You know, we're gonna read the whole jiffy to see what's on these tapes. Is this the tapes everybody was waiting for? Is this the tapes everybody was waiting for? I know, because everybody like, I'm telling you, the tape's coming. Everybody's gonna be on it. Jay-Z, Kevin Hart. I'm telling you, you're gonna be surprised. Hey, yo, remember everybody was doing that? You're gonna be surprised when the tapes come out. Watch. I'm telling you. The whole industry is going down. Remember those people? Where the fuck is those people at, man? Down goes the industry. Hey, yo. Where's the down goes the industry guys? Yo, where the fuck they go at? They was on this bitch by the busloads where this shit first happened. Justin Bieber is gonna testify. Hey Mel, remember them people? You think it's my bedroom? It's a nice bedroom. Got a fireplace. I mean, weight set. It's a big ass bedroom, man. What's this? I might can make this my bedroom. Ain't a bad move, man. Nice, spacious. And I ain't got TV over here. What up? Big TV. Might make this my bedroom. Thank you, Ben, for the idea, man. Think I'm gonna start sleeping down here. Y'all funny as shit, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's get to work. Enough playing with the trolls. And like I said, y'all, the Law and Crime Network need to be shut down after this video. I'm gonna show y'all. After y'all see this video that Law and Crime Network did, I'm calling for the shutdown of Law and Crime Network. For real. You'll call me old school. What's up, A1? Got my man A1 in the building. A1, where you been at, man? I don't think I seen you in a minute. So let's go. Diddy sex tapes. Drum roll. Who's going to be in it? Is it going to be J-Lo? Is it going to be Jay-Z? Is it going to be Juwan Howard? LeBron? Like, yo, what's up, Felipe? Yo, who is going to be in these sex tapes that everybody was talking about? Yo, are y'all holding the YouTubers accountable that lied? Like, straight up, y'all. Are y'all holding the YouTubers accountable that lied? I want to know, man. Oh, man. Man, I hope you get better, my guy. You all right? One and only. Oh, man. So you gotta go through fucking uninsured motorists. They be playing a dirty game. Hey, yo, but serious question, y'all. The YouTubers that lied to y'all, where they at? Are y'all holding them accountable for telling y'all all this bullshit, milking y'all for views? I want to see where they at, man. Like, ain't nobody else been mentioned, the name, nothing yet. Like, what the fuck is going on? All right, y'all. So this is written on behalf of Diddy lawyer, Agnifilo. And it says, Dear Judge Submarinian. Can y'all see that? Do I gotta make it bigger? So let's read this, y'all. Let's see what's going on, y'all. God damn it. Dear Judge Submarinian, we write on behalf of our client Sean Combs to request a modification of terms of the protective order to require the government to electronically produce videos described in paragraph 12A and 12C of the indictment. The protective order includes a novel provision making this video evidence available for inspection only and not electronically produced. Having reviewed these videos, it is now abundantly clear that they confirm Mr. Combs' innocence, and that therefore exculpatory value cannot be investigated and used unless they are electronically produced. Rule 16A IE expressly requires production of copies of such material to the defense, and there is no plausible good cause to restrict access to them under the Rule 16 DI. Accordingly, they should be produced in a normal course so that the defense may evaluate and use them in the same manner as the Rule 16 and Brady material. So let's check these out. 9 videos are issued are the so-called freak-off tapes with victim 1 that the government has repeatedly referenced, causing wild speculation in the media. Contrary to what the government has led this court and the public to believe, the so-called freak-off were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in a long-term relationship. What I tell y'all? Diddy only did freak-offs with his significant other. Didn't I tell y'all that? How many times have I been telling people that? Like, yo, y'all think Diddy just was doing freak-offs at his parties? Like, yo, freak-offs was done with Cassie, maybe Young Miami, I don't know. But it was just his significant other, yo. The Diddy parties and the Diddy freak-offs are not the same. Not the same. I've been saying it since the beginning. Everybody else is running with these fucked up ass narratives, lying for views. Meanwhile, we keeping it real. We should be getting the views they getting. We should be doing 100-something thousand a video, 200,000, 250,000, because we speaking truth. We ain't trying to leave y'all on a cliff for the next video. That's what they doing. They cliffhanging y'all. Leaving y'all on the cliff for the next video. Knowing good and goddamn well ain't none of that shit they saying happening. Or maybe they don't know. But let's continue. Let's continue. Can y'all see this, right? Congratulations, Benji. Yeah, yo, but it's black people doing it, though, bro. That's the fucked up thing about it. The so-called freak-offs were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in a long-term relationship. Like many Americans in the privacy of their own bedroom, they sometimes filmed their sexual activity. These videos, what the fuck is that word? Ambiguously show that the person alleged in the indictment to be victim 1 not only consented, but thoroughly enjoyed herself. Whoa! These recordings corroborate what witnesses have told the government, namely the victim 1 loved what the fuck she was doing. We just gonna fill in the blanks. She enjoyed herself more than defendant Diddy. And she not only participated, but she filmed herself too. we just go fill in the blanks. She filmed herself so much that victim 1 actually was the head of the freak-off encounters. All right. The recordings also directly refute the allegations that Mr. Combs kept these videos as collateral. These recordings were not on Mr. Combs' devices and were not seized from his house. Rather, victim 1 kept these videos on her own devices for years and produced them to the government herself. Jesus Christ. All right. Say the protective orders requires the parties to meet and to confer regarding any disputes over the government's designations afterwards. So look, Diddy got a protective order too, like Vonnie got. Diddy got a protective order. Now we know that don't mean he on PC. The protective order is on the evidence to make sure it don't get in the wrong people's hands. All right, so it say, moreover, contrary to the immemorable, sensationalistic media reports, the video do not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors, and not so much as a hint of coercion or violence. What the fuck did I tell people the whole time? Yo, can somebody hit the Cash App, please? God damn. Can somebody hit the Cash App, yo, for me keeping it real the whole time and telling y'all the truth? Because this shit is out of control. They cash apping for lies. Can somebody cash app for the truth? Let me read that again. Moreover, contrary to the immemorable sensationalistic media reports, the videos did not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors. Hold up. Let me read that again, because this is what I've been telling people the whole time. Moreover, contrary to the immemorable sensationalistic media reports, the video does not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors, and not so much as a hint, coercion, or violence. Far from the government lurid descriptions. The videos show adults having consensual sex, plain and simple. At bottom, this case is about whether victim one was or was not a willing participant in her private sex life with Mr. Combs. The videos confirm that she plainly was. Diddy is not arrested for beating Cassie, Dave. Now, don't come in here with dumb shit. Is Diddy arrested for assault? Malicious wounding. Anything of he's not arrested for none of that, pimping. That video was a smoke and mirrors video. Look at the video. Hey, look, we got the video. Meanwhile, there's no evidence of none of the shit they alleging. If you wanna be blind and follow nonsense, then go ahead. But that's not what we do over here. We tell the truth. Soon after Mr. Combs was charged, the parties began negotiating the terms of a protective order. During those negotiations, the government insisted over defense objections that certain videos obtained from victim one and depicting alleged freak-offs would not be electronically produced and would instead only be made available for person viewing while monitored by law enforcement. That's protective order, like Vonnie got. The government explained that victim one, whose attorney gave these videos to the government, requested that they not be produced to protect her privacy, and that the government would honor that request to ensure we would receive discovery without further delay. The defense agreed to receive the discovery under those conditions, while reserving the right in the proposed order to later seek modification of designation from the court. On October 7, 2024, the court so ordered the proposed protective order. After spending 4 weeks attempting to schedule viewing of the evidence, the defense was finally able to watch the videos under the supervision of law enforcement on November 20th, 2024 and December 13th, 2024. The evidence consists of 9 videos depicting 6 unambiguously consensual sexual encounters. Cassie loved those sexual encounters. As a matter of fact, she asked for more. In all 6 of these encounters, victim one is not only consenting, she is evidently happy, dominant, and completely in control. In one video, she told the guy to give it to me now, and that's what happened. There's no evidence of any violence, coercion, threats, or manipulation whatsoever. There's no evidence that anyone is incapacitated or under the influence of drugs or excessive alcohol consumption. Hey, Real, give me my $20. There's certainly no evidence of sex trafficking. Hey, Real, you might as well send me that 40 now, pimp. I can use it. There you go, listen to the lies. Why the hell would he take a plea deal after this? You see this evidence? You must rewind the video, Real, and then come back and send me my $40. Cash App. Baltimore swag. The government also included for in-person inspection certain explicit photos victim one sent to Mr. Combs. The government redacted these photographs from the copies of communication between victim one and Mr. Combs that were produced in discovery. Even though such photographs do not fall within the scope of footnote 3 of the protective order, these photographs also appear to reflect entirely consensual sexual activities. I ain't say the case is getting dismissed. I said this case is getting found not guilty. Rule 16 requires electronic production of videos, and there is no good cause without withholding production. Rule 16 requires the electronic production of these videos, specifically rule whatever. The government must permit the defendant to inspect and to copy data that is within the government's possession, custody, or control, and that is material to prepare the defense, as directed evidence undermining the core of the government's case. Freakoff activity is the core of this case. These videos are unquestionable material. All right, so they just telling why they deserve the Freakoff tape. Moreover, any concerns regarding victim one's privacy interests are adequately protected by the remaining provisions of the protective order. There is no greater risk in granting the defense counsel a copy of these files for the preparation of the defense under a suitable protective order than it exists in the government's maintenance and the use of files. They said Diddy, yo, you better stop listening to these boys, man. Tell her Diddy fucking taking 20 years. Why the fuck would he take 20 years and they ain't got no evidence? They don't got no evidence. They don't have a case. The fuck would he take 20? Tell Reggie Wright to stop fucking lying. He's a fucking Fed agent. You fucking listen to a Fed agent over that bitch. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Y'all watch anything. Nigga's a Fed agent. Give a fuck what no Reggie White say. The fuck you talking about? Yo, did you? Hey, real. I'm gonna go back to the beginning for you. So this ain't even if any kind of hit the government offer neutral. So this is talking about case law. We don't gotta read all that. Okay, we can read this. All right. It is troubling that the government has had this evidence since December 2023 and nonetheless brought these charges. You hear this? It is troubling that the government has had this evidence since December 2023 and nonetheless brought these charges. The video evidence refutes the claim that victim one was forced to participate and can only be squared with her account if one assumes, as the government apparently does, that certain women cannot consent, despite all the indications to the contrary. Arguing that when women are motivated by the loss of their livelihood and housing or experience abuse outside freak-offs, they cannot consent. And that, what the fuck? So look, listen to what the government is saying, y'all. Do this make sense to y'all? This is the government argument. That women who are motivated by the loss of their livelihood and housing or experience abuse outside the freak-offs, they cannot consent. And that is sex trafficking. Is that sex trafficking, y'all? That's sex trafficking. How many people think that's sex trafficking? So they need to lock up the guy from Fox Sports. He was sex trafficking Joy Taylor. The government's view also depends on the characterization of freak-offs as dirty, disgusting, or inherently unsavory, and therefore must have involved some amount of coercion. The indictment 12A described freak-offs as elaborate and produced sex performances that were arranged, directed, and sometimes lasted multiple days, referring to various freak-off supplies, including baby oil and lubricant. The premise that the freak-offs are inherently dangerous, bail hearing at 13, shows that the government seeks to police non-conforming sexual activities and that it assumes, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that women willingly participation must have been coerced. Any fair-minded viewer of the video will quickly conclude that the prosecution of Ms. Combs is both sexist and whatever the fuck that word is, puritanical. It is sexist because the government's theory perpetuates stereotypes of female victimhood and lack of agency. The prosecution reflects a paternalistic view that the government is here to protect women who cannot be trusted to make their own decisions about sex and are not capable of consenting to sex that the prosecutors view as outside of the norm. The video this depicts clearly consensual sex among willing adults in a decade-long relationship and fundamentally undermines the government case and victim one claims. Indeed, they are entirely consistent with consensual sex, and Cassie loved it. They are unquestionable Brady material, notwithstanding the government's outlandish theories, and we anticipate that the undisclosed audio portion in metadata will contain Brady material as well. At minimum, they are certainly not ultra-sensitive material that need to be subject to extreme restrictions outside the normal course of discovery in a criminal case. Finally, preventing Mr. Combs' defense from obtaining copies of the videos so he can prepare his defense at trial will violate due process clause and his right to present a meaningful defense. In determining whether to accord protection and the extent of such protection, courts should weigh the impact this may have on a defendant's due process right to prepare and present a full defense at trial. Even interests as strong as the state's secret privilege, a much greater interest than the purported interest here, must in certain cases give way to a criminal defendant right to present a meaningful defense. I think that's it. Because there is no good cause to restrict defense counsel access to the videos, and because the videos must be disclosed pursuant to the Brady rule, we respectfully request that the protective order be modified to require the government to electronically produce the videos of Mr. Combs and Victim 1 to Mr. Combs' counsel with the attorney's possession only designation under the protective order. Hey, real, see my money, man. Stop playing. No children. Let's go back to that part again, y'all. No children. No, what's up, G-Man? No children. What else? Read that part one more time for people that want to hear. It say, moreover, contrary to innumerable sensationalistic media reports, the video does not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors, and not so much as a hint of coercion or violence. Far from the government's lurid description, the video shows adults having consensual sex, plain and simple. At the bottom, this case is about whether Victim 1 was not a willing participant in her private sex life with Mr. Combs. The video confirmed that she plainly was. All right, yo, you not looking at the evidence, bro. You going off emotions. The video shows that she was a willing participant. She loved it more than him. She loved it more than him. She loved it. She is evidently happy. You see that? Let's make that bigger. She is evidently happy. Somebody screenshot that and send it to Real on Instagram. After spending 4 weeks attempting to schedule viewing of the evidence, the defense was finally able to watch the videos under the supervision of law enforcement on November 20th, 2024, December 13th, 2024. The evidence consists of 9 videos depicting sex, unambiguously consensual sexual encounters. 6, I mean. In all 6 of these encounters, Victim 1 is not only consenting, she is evidently happy, dominant, and completely in control. I didn't say the case getting dropped. I said this is going to get found not guilty. I didn't say this was getting dropped. I said he's going to get found not guilty. I said the lawsuits is getting dropped. The lawsuit with Jay-Z name included is getting dropped. Tossed immediately. There is no evidence of violence, coercion, threats, or manipulation whatsoever. There is no evidence that anyone is what the fuck? Is drunk or under the influence of drugs or excessive alcohol consumption, there is certainly no evidence of sex trafficking. Come on, man. Told y'all. I don't know why they was trying to do that to that man. Shit ain't right. Locked the man up for fucking nothing. Motherfucker talking about, well, he did hit Cassie. Well, Diddy's not charged with hitting Cassie, y'all. I don't even know why they released that video. Yeah, he jumped out there and bet. Okay, he listened to Reggie White, the Fed agent. The Fed agent told him that Diddy raided cop out to 20 years, and he believed him. Hey, yo, we fucked up, yo. The motherfucking Fed agent. Yo, this shit is crazy. Yeah, I know why they released it. Because that's all they got. The one and only. That's why they released it. They don't have anything else. That's their ace in the hole. So whenever it get tight, look, he beat up Cassie. He beat Cassie up. And I'm saying it's funny because it really was fucked up. But that don't got shit to do with sex trafficking. Yeah, you gonna see. See, the problem is, yo, all these other YouTubers been lying. What's up, Racy? The problem is all the other YouTubers been lying. So it look like I'm lying because I'm out there. I'm saying something different than everybody else. That's why nobody checking your page. Y'all like that's, yeah. Yeah, they don't want the truth. They don't want the truth, yo. They want lies, you know. Lies is more entertaining. So y'all want lies? Let me show you some lies. Since everybody like lies, let's look at some lies. Law and Crime Network, y'all. You know, we already discovered who Law and Crime Network really is. But they did a video today, right? Check this shit out. Diddy's mom threw wild parties at his childhood home. Listen to this video, y'all. Like, yo, if this is about egregious as it gets. Like, yo, egregious.
Talking about, are you worried?
Egregious, y'all.
Worried that using your home address for business puts your privacy at risk? At iPostal One, we can help.
Listen to this shit.
His son's here.
This is, yo, they is talking about Diddy like he been found guilty and got 40 years. Like, yo, wait till y'all hear this shit, yo. Now, I told y'all who they are. This is a digital marketing firm. The ones that run up your numbers. That's why they just came out of nowhere and they sucked all the views up.
Sean Diddy Combs was once known for throwing extravagant and even wild parties, with attendees being some of the most famous people in Tinseltown. Now those once famous parties are considered infamous. But Combs' fall from grace happened nearly a year prior to his arrest, when his former girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, filed a jaw-dropping lawsuit accusing him of forcing her to participate in drug-fueled orgies known as Freakoffs, as well as being mentally and physically abusive towards her throughout their decade-long relationship. Of course, we know that lawsuit was filed.
They're not holding Diddy for Keefy D. They don't even have no case against Keefy D, other than the shit that he said.
Been settled within 24 hours. However, those two words, freak-offs, have seemingly become synonymous with Combs. But is it possible that he didn't learn this on his own? Instead, possibly getting the idea from another family member, like his own mom.
Damn.
Yeah, as disturbing and gross as it sounds, one of Diddy's friends says Janice Combs often threw wild parties of her own when the producer was younger. Hip-hop producer Tim Dog Patterson, a childhood friend of Diddy, made this shocking claim in the latest
Tim Dog Patterson. Is that what's it called? Oh, that ain't him.
Peacock documentary, Diddy, the Making of a Bad Boy.
What you mean when the Discovery dropped? What the fuck is real? This is Discovery. What the fuck is you talking about? This is the Discovery. Hey, yo, real, you be saying anything, bro. This is the Discovery, yo. They got 6 videos that was given to them by Cassie. What text messages, yo? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, yo, you is crazy, yo. 9 videos, my bad. Not 6, but 9 videos. This is fucking, don't say when Discovery drop. This is the Discovery. 9 freak-off tapes that shows consensual sex. And Cassie loved it. She enjoyed it, every fucking second of it. She was dominant. She was the aggressor. You see the language? You keep saying, so I say. Yo, I'm not saying shit I'm not saying nothing that this paperwork ain't saying. I'm reading the paperwork. Yeah, but he writing it to the Lord. He writing it to the judge, bro. Like, you can't lie to the judge. The judge get the same papers. Judge get the same videos. Like you can't lie to the judge, bro.
He said, I've always been asked the question, why? I don't know the answer to why, but I truly believe it goes back to childhood.
Ain't got no
Well, the 55-year-old appeared to not have the most idyllic white picket fence childhood. He grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, after his mom moved their family there after his father, Melvin Combs, was murdered in 1972. Melvin was known to run around with drug kingpins such as Nicky Barnes.
Even if that don't mean you can't lie to him. The fuck you mean? He could be in on it. But I'm talking about the defense writing any motion written to the judge is truth. They got to stick to the facts. Now, the prosecution can characterize those videos as something different, but how? How can they characterize it as something different? When there's no violence, there's no minors, there's none of this shit that they was putting out there for y'all to believe. There's no children.
And Frank
There's no celebrities. What the fuck? I told y'all his freak-offs was between him and his girl, man. Not the whole industry. It's some shit Diddy like that he did on his spare time.
And according to Patterson, while Diddy played Little League, made the...
Yeah, but listen to this though, y'all. Listen to how egregious this video is on Online Crime Network. Like, this shit is crazy, y'all. Like, they's going out of control with this Diddy shit. Teen babysitter claims Diddy. Oh my God. What did teen babysitter claim?
Ball team, and ironically was an altar boy, he was still bullied as a kid. Patterson claims that there was always things going on at Diddy's home, like Janice throwing wild parties. He said a younger Diddy was exposed to a lot, like all types of alcohol, reefer smoke, drug addicts were around, he was around pimps and pushers.
Damn.
Patterson says that was just who was in our house. People that attended the parties were from Harlem, from the streets. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked.
Damn! Yo, this y'all hear this shit? Like, yo, this is outrageous claims. Like, how do you say this with no proof? A childhood friend told him this. Like, yo, this is fucking crazy, yo, to report some shit like this, yo, and you got this type of following.
Familiar? Well, Patterson added, that's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No. That was just Saturday night. Well,
Damn.
It seems like Diddy, Janice's alleged parties were also the secret talk of the town. DJ Easy Lee Davis, who also grew up with Diddy, said he never attended Janice's alleged wild parties, but he heard rumors about what happened there. Diddy himself has previously been vocal about his early introduction to sex. He told Vibe magazine in '99 he lost his virginity at just 12 years old and frequently watched porn, trying to replicate.
Yo, a lot of kids lose their virginity at 12 years old. Like, why the fuck? See, that's the problem, yo. These motherfuckers outsiders. In our neighborhoods, man, kids lose their virginity early. Like, it is what it is. I ain't saying it's right, but it's common. It's common. It's not fucking a stretch of the imagination.
The moves he saw. At this time, neither Janice nor Sean Combs have publicly responded to these claims, but the matriarch has seemingly been supporting her son through his federal sex trafficking trial, even offering up her own home to try to help secure bail for...
Why? So she wrong for that? Yo, listen to what they just said. Let me listen to how they just alluded, like basically saying that since she's supporting her son, she have to been doing the same thing. Like, oh, this is fucking disgraceful, Law and Crime Network. This should need to be taken down.
Trying to replicate the moves he saw. At this time, neither Janice nor Sean Combs have publicly responded to these claims, but the matriarch has seemingly been supporting her son through his federal sex trafficking trial, even offering up her own home to try to help secure bail for her son, which we know was denied multiple times. As for the disgraced mogul, he remains in federal detention until his upcoming high-profile trial that's slated to begin in May. However, despite a federal trial still looming over his head, he still faces almost 40 civil lawsuits from women and men who accuse him of sexual
all frivolous.
As a creative consultant,
all fucking frivolous lawsuits, all 40 of them bitches. Ain't none of them people getting $1.
His reps have denied any and all the allegations made against him in the various lawsuits.
Yeah, straight up, that's what she's supposed to do.
Never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. So much to unpack with this latest claim. So let's bring on now forensic and clinical psychologist Dr. Joni Johnston. Joni, always great to see you. You know, first I have to get your reaction to this claim against Sean Diddy Combs that, or against Sean Diddy Combs' mother, I should say, excuse me, that she allegedly threw her own wild sex parties when Diddy was younger. What do you make of all of this?
Well, certainly there's a lot of information that needs to be substantiated, investigated, and those kinds of things. But when we look at people who become sexual offenders, we oftentimes see early exposure to sexuality, whether that's pornography.
Yo, they acting like, the man ain't been found guilty. Like, how do you put a video out like this and then go into early signs of exposure? Like, yo, this is fucking disgraceful. Who co-signed this Law and Crime?
Or actual sexual behavior, and we oftentimes see that within the family. And so, that kind of environment growing up in is going to have an impact on a child growing up. Now, it doesn't make excuses for what people do in adulthood, and the form that can take really depends on a lot of different things, including things such as what are the family values? Are the family values about, being open and honest about things, or if there's trauma in a family, do families deal with it? Or how is that child raised? Is this child raised as somebody to be tough, to be more of aggressive, or is this child taught to be something different? So it's complicated in terms of how people turn out the way that they are, but it doesn't surprise me if the allegations against him were true, that he was exposed to sexuality at an early and inappropriate age.
I want to give a huge thanks to you, our viewers, and our amazing sponsors like Upside. Upside is a super cool and free app that gets you gallon on your first tank. I think that this was just a sign of the time. In your opinion, do you think that this was just a sign of the times? It's the 70s. People are very kind of more lax and kind of those.
They don't even know if this shit is true or not. Like, yo, what is this, yo? They don't even know if it's true or not, and they running with it like this is a fact. Like they was at the parties. Like they was a witness, and they can like, yeah, hell yeah, them parties used to be lit. Like, what the hell? This is crazy, yo.
Virtues, I should say, in a way. But do you think that any of this was just a sign of the times?
I think that our sensitivity around sexuality and the impact it can have, if it happens prematurely, the impact of sexual trauma or sexual abuse, we've become much more sensitive, fortunately, and much more aware of those kinds of things. I don't, though, think that, engaging, for example, in sexual intercourse at age 12 was ever a norm. When we look historically at the average age.
Yes, it is a norm. It's definitely a norm.
Of sex. I mean, it's been between like 15 and 17, certainly for quite a while now. So, having sex at 12 is very, very young. And so, where there might have been a lack of sensitivity to the potential impact of exposing children to maybe adults having sex and those kinds of things.
Diddy childhood
I don't
friends.
think that we can justify or say that it was just because of the times.
And what do you make of Diddy's childhood friends saying that it was desensitizing and just a regular Saturday night over there?
Well, I think that's, any of us who have children, and I have 4 myself, I mean, we know that children grow up in an environment and it's normal to them. So I have certainly interviewed people who've had incredible trauma in their family or incredible abuse, bizarre things that were going on, and yet from that child's perspective, it was normal. I mean, I can remember one interview that I had with somebody, and I was asking him about physical abuse, and he's like, no, I didn't have any in my family. And then I realized early on that I was going to have to change that question for people and ask about specific behaviors, because oftentimes there was this lack of recognition that this was abuse. This was normal to them. And so unless I ask about specific behaviors, I might not get the answer that I thought I was getting, or I was misinterpreting that. And so, children do think of things as normal in their family. And so other adults who are not involved in that situation might look at it and go, this is abusive. This is exploitive of children for them to be exposed to that. But for that child, this is normal. This is a normal Saturday night. This is what I grew up seeing and being exposed to.
And I know when the lawsuits had first started coming out against Sean Diddy Combs, a lot of people were kind of wondering, how did Diddy become this way or get this way? Obviously there's also, that power dynamic that we could also kind of attribute to the allegations that have been made against him as well too. But do you also think that being exposed to sex and at this very young age, during a very developmental time in his life, do you think this may have attributed to kind of his thoughts and thinking about sex, in terms of, maybe in his mind, maybe he thinks that women or men are just objects, and that, sex is just possibly transactional, that type of thing. But what do you think this exposure kind of did to him? Do you think that kind of attributed to him becoming the way he did?
I think there are two really interesting parts of that. One is our early exposure to sex, both in terms of what we're taught as well as what we experience, certainly shapes our understanding of sex, our understanding of the context of how sex is supposed to be, what kind of relationship it's likely to involve, and those kinds of things. If we witness a parent having sex casually, then we start thinking this is how you have sex. But I think another question that we just can't ignore is the fact, is a role of power. Because one question is, how does somebody become the way they are? And then another question is, how are they allowed to stay the way that they are? And I think that also speaks to this kind of, lack of accountability or lack of consequences for individuals who begin to abuse power and begin to abuse people. And I think
they just running a whole narrative that's unfounded. Like a whole narrative on this nigga that's unfounded, man. Y'all told y'all, the goal, since they don't have a strong case, they gotta win public opinion. That's what law and crime is used for. They control the narrative. Law and crime is compromise, man. Their job is to control the narrative. That's why YouTube sends them all the views. It's to combat the independent YouTuber or the independent blogger. So they make their voice the loudest. So the narrative on Diddy is he's guilty, send him to prison. So that's what they run. This video is despicable. They running a whole narrative without real facts. We just read the paperwork. The paperwork said everything was consensual. And Cassie loved it. That's what the paperwork say. Fully consenting. But thoroughly enjoyed herself. This is what the paperwork say. So what the fuck is they talking about?
In respects is as big of an issue here as anything.
Now, let's just say these allegations or these claims are true about Diddy's mom, for instance.
Let's just say.
What do you think as far as kind of translating, or not translating, that's probably the wrong word, but kind of seeing that pattern repeat itself when it comes to Diddy's own children? I'm specifically talking about his sons here, where, they have faced their own kind of legal...
now they try to put it on the kids.
Sons. But do you think...
So what they're telling y'all, this runs in the family. Sex trafficking, sexual assault, it's a family thing. The whole family is over-sexualized. Yo, this is crazy.
That Diddy also exposed his own sons to this at a young age.
There is so much literature and research that talks about this kind of multi-generational passing of not just trauma, but just ideas of what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman, what is acceptable behavior within this family, what is not acceptable behavior. Again, for one family, you take responsibility for your behavior. For another person, for another family, it's don't get caught. So I think when we look at families, there's a reason why we see oftentimes things passed down from generation to generation, because it often takes a conscious effort to not do the same things that we saw our parents do and our parents saw our grandparents do. The things that are automatic are things that we were exposed to, that we learned, the values that we grew up with.
We are one of the largest and most trusted heating and air conditioning companies here in the area. And for the month of January.
In your opinion, how does this all kind of play into this kind of narrative that it seemed like Diddy was also trying to kind of portray for himself? This all-around family man who loved his sons, loved his daughters, and while that might still be true, he's still allegedly engaged in this type of behavior where the women and the men say that he was very abusive sexually towards them. But
the women and the men, there's no men in this indictment. It's only men in them fucking dumbass, fake ass lawsuits.
Alleged victims in these cases and these accusers are also someone else's child, and so what do you make of just kind of that facade that it seems that he was kind of portraying in a way of this all-American family man who, came up from the bottom to where he is now, but then still kind of engaged in this Jekyll and Hyde kind of behavior behind the scenes?
Well, I can't obviously speak for
Sean
Combs himself in terms of his behavior, but I can tell you that it is, people are complicated, and it's not uncommon for me to see individuals who genuinely love their children, even love their spouse, and yet have horrific behaviors with other people. And it's almost like in their minds, they have this in-group versus out-group. And so the people that are in their in-group, whether it's their children, whether it's their best friends, whether it's their family of origin or whatever,
they talking about rape, yo. They talking about sexual assault, bro. If he was with men, that shit was consensual.
Treat them very differently. They expose them differently. They send them different messages. They protect them. They care about them. And yet other people that they don't have that aren't part of that in-group, they're seen as objects, disposable, playthings. And so it's not so simple that, it's always like this person treats everybody the same. We've seen serial killers, for example, who are married, and the spouse said, I had no idea. He treated me like a princess.
We all know everything. Everybody that's over here every day.
He loved me so much. This can't be. I can't believe my dad would do this. And yet the victims described somebody who was a monster. And it's the same person.
I also kind of want to ask you this.
What are you talking about?
Diddy's defense attorney kind of made an interesting argument.
What are you talking about, Usher? Justin Bieber? Like, what are you talking about? Them people never came out and said anything. Then who are you talking about? What guys? Hey, crypto crazy. That shit's a fucking lie, man. Like, yo, Gene Dale's a fucking shithead. No, Cecil, but this video is talking about lawsuits. This video is talking about sexual assault. You said something about the men. What men? Only men you could be talking about is the men that came out in these sexuals and these lawsuits. Did that man come out and say Diddy did anything to him? Raped him? Abused him? Yo, but Cecil, you confused. You confusing it. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not disagreeing with that. We're talking about they're making it seem like, all right, well that was irrelevant then, bro. Cause that's what they're talking about. I'm talking about what they're talking about.
Hearings last year, I should say, where he kind of made this argument that he feels that sex is kind of on trial for his federal sex trafficking trial, racketeering, conspiracy, transportation to engage in prostitution. Where do you think kind of that line is between engaging in, orgies and this type of sex versus what these allegations are kind of stemming from: drugging, raping, forcing women,
engaging in orgies or this type of sex. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
Engaging in, orgies and this type of sex versus what these allegations are kind of stemming from: drugging, raping, forcing women and men to engage with, commercial sex workers, that type of thing. Where do you?
Yo, what allegations? The lawsuits or the indictment? See, yo, this is how they confuse people with this dumbass shit. The indictment is only Cassie. Nobody else. Nobody else. Just Cat is one victim. But this is how they confuse y'all, because they making it seem like it's this big ass run-on sentence. And it's really this situation, this situation. Like we just read in the documents. We just read it. If you just come in here and rewind the video. We just read in the documents that it was no minors, it was no celebrities, everything was consensual. They got 9 videos that was given to them by Cassie, where Cassie is having the time of her life. She was the aggressor. It's obvious. So what the fuck is they talking about? Yo, for real, y'all, like, what are y'all talking about? They're confusing people with rhetoric, man. And it's intentional.
I think that line kind of is between possibly normal sexual behaviors versus criminal ones.
I think in many respects it's pretty clear. It's about consent. We're talking about consensual sex versus unconsensual sex. And I, for one, will never have a problem with unconsensual sex or rape or sexual assault being on trial. It should be on trial.
And just kind of as far as where Diddy stands right now, in your opinion, and I know we're kind of veering off of what the claims are against his mother, but in your opinion, how do you think he's handling, in a way, just everything kind of crashing down on himself, by all accounts, by his own alleged behavior, but, being in jail for months now, about to face trial for sex trafficking charges, could possibly face that, more than decade-long prison sentence. But in your mind, how do you go from or in your opinion, how do you go from this once enamored figure who hosted the parties that everyone wanted a ticket to now being behind bars after it seems like all these behaviors and alleged crimes have caught up to him?
Most of the high-profile offenders I've evaluated tended to really kind of were almost in denial for a significant number of months. There was this belief, I'm going to get out of prison, oftentimes because they had not been held accountable for so long, for so many horrific things, and this kind of denial has tended to set in. And then when they were convicted, if they were convicted, there's a kind of a saying in prison that the first year's the hardest, that you do 10 years in that first year. And so I think that, if these charges are true, if he is convicted, it wouldn't surprise me that there would be this huge crash during that first year when reality does set in. Of course, there's always the hope for appeals and those kinds of things. But I wouldn't be surprised if right now he's still holding on to this idea, and he hasn't been convicted of anything, that he's going to walk out of there, without any convictions.
And kind of going back to the claims against Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, do you think, again, if these claims are true, obviously we don't know that at this point, they haven't responded to these allegations, but if these claims are true, do you think in her mind, she may be like, what did I kind of do when he was younger? How did I kind of expose him to this? Do you think that there's any type of regret or remorse, or even just kind of think back to being like, oh, wow, maybe this was something I shouldn't have done when he was younger. I shouldn't have exposed him to this type of behaviors?
That's a really tough question, I think, to answer. I mean, not having talked to her, not knowing her family background, not knowing her family legacy and those kinds of things. I think she was obviously much younger than she is now. We don't know what her thinking was at that time. She sounded like somebody who was very ambitious for her children. In many respects, she worked, from what we know, 3 jobs to put her kids through private school, and there's been some allegations that one of those jobs was as an escort worker, and her son might have been exposed to that. So how she is looking back? Does she think, well, I did it all for my children so they could survive, and this was part of it? Does she look back now and think, I'm this age now, and looking back, I can't imagine any parent who doesn't have regrets about some things. But I think it's a really difficult question to answer, because I know she was in a position at that time where she was trying very hard to support her family, and part of that certainly seemed to involve a lot of playtime as well. So it's hard to answer that question.
In terms of exposure, is there any type of difference between young male children being exposed to, alleged wild sex parties, that type of thing, versus young women or young girls being exposed to it, possibly at the same age? Because from what we understand right now, Diddy's sister she hasn't been accused of any type of these types of behaviors or anything like that. But do you think there's any type of difference in little girls being exposed to this type of thing versus little boys?
I think there is some difference when we look at early exposure to inappropriate sex and those kinds of things within a family between boys and girls as a group. Obviously, every person is an individual. And I think one of the differences that we often see is that girls, I think, are more likely to be victimized later on, and boys are more likely to become perpetrators. And I think the reason for that is because of the sex roles that are often assigned to men and women. I think boys are, more likely encouraged to be the aggressor still, and girls are not as much, and so they're more likely to be victimized. And it's interesting. I was reading a study recently that was looking at children who had sex at a very early age, under the age of 14, which is kind of out of the norm. So between 3 and 8% of boys have had sex before the age of 14. So it's definitely in the minority. And what's interesting is in this study, they found that only about half the boys said they really wanted to have sex at that age. They felt this peer pressure to engage in this activity. And so I think that does speak to these different gender roles, in terms of, I'm supposed to want this, I'm supposed to be the aggressor, and those kinds of things. And I think that experience in combination with other things, I really want to underline that, because we know that most people who are exposed to inappropriate sexual activity, who are sexually abused, do not become perpetrators, male or female. So it's that experience in combination with other things that tends to lead to somebody becoming a predator later on.
Damn.
And of course, with Diddy's trial coming up in May, I'm sure we'll learn a lot more as this case continues to develop, it seems. Dr. Joni Johnson, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Before we sign you off, though, is there anything else about these allegations that you would like to add?
I think it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens in the future. I'm very happy that, I guess one thing I would just like to say
is that a smear campaign. See, so that's what I've been saying the whole time. It's a smear campaign. But when you read the documents, this is what the documents say. This is what the documents say. The 9 videos at issue are the so-called Freakoff tapes with victim 1 that the government has repeatedly referenced, causing wild speculation in the media. Contrary to what the government has led this court and the public to believe, the so-called Freakoffs were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in a long-term relationship. Like many Americans in the privacy of their own bedroom, they sometimes filmed their sexual activities. These videos unambiguously show that the persons alleged in the indictment to be victim 1, which is Cassie, not only consented, but thoroughly enjoyed herself. These records corroborate what the witnesses have told the government, namely, the victim 1, blank. The recordings also directly refute the allegations that Combs kept these videos as collateral. These recordings were not on Mr. Combs' devices and were not seized from his home. Rather, victim 1 kept these videos on her own device for years and produced them to the government herself. The fuck you mean you can't hear me? How can't you hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Hey, shut your ass up! Yeah, see, what the fuck wrong with your ears, man? So he can't hear me. Yeah, it's your phone. All right, yeah, that's my cousin, y'all. But this is what the documents are. Let's read some more. Soon after Mr. Combs was charged, the parties began negotiating the terms of the protective order. Hold up. During those negotiations, the government insisted over defense objections that certain videos obtained from victim 1 and depicting alleged freak-offs would not be electronically produced. Oh, we already seen that. After spending 4 weeks attempting to schedule viewing of evidence, the defense was finally able to watch the videos under supervision of law enforcement on November 20, 2024 and December 13th, 2024. The evidence consists of 9 videos depicting 6 unambiguously consensual sexual encounters. In all 6 of these encounters, victim 1 is not only consenting, she is evidently happy, dominant, and completely in control. Yo, this goddamn Doug, yo, he do this shit every fucking time. Yo, why you keep playing with me, yo? Why the fuck? Yeah, so yes, I don't know what law and crime is talking about. But this is the shit I've been saying all the time. Hold up, let me show some more. There was no evidence of any violence, coercion, threats, or manipulation whatsoever. There is no evidence that anyone is I can't fucking say a word. Incapacitated or under the influence of drugs or excessive alcohol consumption. There is no evidence of sex trafficking. Yeah, yo, they on bullshit, man. Look at this part. It is troubling that the government has had this evidence since December 2023 and nonetheless brought these charges. The video evidence refutes the claim that victim 1 was forced to participate and can only be squared with her account if one assumes, as the government apparently does, that certain women cannot consent despite all indications to the contrary. The government is saying that women who are motivated by the loss of their livelihood and housing or experience abuse, they cannot consent, and that is sex trafficking. The government also, the government view also depends on characterization of freak-offs as dirty and disgusting, or inherently unsavory, and therefore must have involved some amount of coercion. So basically, you can't have threesomes. If a girl do you a threesome, she was coerced. If you are a swinger, you got to be coerced. The videos depict clearly consensual sex among willing adults in a decade-long relationship and fundamentally undermines the government case and victim 1's claims. Indeed, they are entirely consistent with blank. They are unquestionable Brady material. Hold up. Hey, yo, this case is bogus. This case is bogus, man. It's fucking bogus. It's bogus. All right, y'all, but Cameron and Mace. It's bogus, Robert. It just sounds like I'm wrong because I'm the only one telling everybody. Everybody else lying for views. I'm just trying to stick to the truth and use common sense. But since I'm the only one saying it, I sound crazy. Yo, look, yo, did y'all see this video of this guy? He killed himself, man. So this video went viral yesterday of this guy. He rode through the drive-thru naked. And the lady was recording him. He killed himself. 27-year-old father husband took his own life a day after a woman exposed him online for not wearing pants at a Bikini Bristol drive-thru in Arizona. Did anybody see that video? 15 years you've been my brother. I keep crying because all of the memories we have together, and we can't make any more. I miss you, bro. I miss my best friend. I wish you would have came to me. I'ma miss your dumbass, funny ass jokes. Yeah, he killed himself. Sugar. That shit crazy. Yeah, I seen that shit yesterday too. What the fuck happened? Oh my god. Hold on, y'all. My goddamn. Lost my mouse. Yeah, that's crazy, man. The internet, man. Motherfuckers can't take internet. Internet is a serious motherfucker, y'all. A lot of people can't take that shit. Start going crazy. Oh, look at this. Do y'all seen this? Nancy Mace invites Republican Jasmine Crockett to step out following a heated debate. I ain't watching yet. I clicked it, but I saved it, but I wanted to check it out. Did y'all see this?
Campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or not.
Do not call me a child. I am no child.
I want to find out
I'm a grown
which
woman.
of those emails actually have. Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Damn.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or not.
Do not call me a child. I am no child.
I want to find out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those emails actually have. Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
She said she trying to take it outside. God damn. It's getting feisty in motherfucking Congress. We living in a whole new world, y'all. This is a sad ass story. Motherfucker killed this goddamn baby mother. He just played out. They don't say how much time he caught. They're gonna tear his ass up in that joint. They probably already beating on him. Then you got Jim Jones.
You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are.
The white girl said it, shit. Right leg.
Remind them. The niggas play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my God. I done put so much work and I could have died on the job. I really been in kitchens with chickens when niggas frying up the hard. I've been in powwows where they scream Lottie. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court, the DA is looking like he seen Gotti. You know my niggas do their time, you know my team body. It's been 7 years since I seen Shotty. It's been 7 years since I saw Melly. And now we gotta fly straight cause he got 4 bellies. Nigga, I've been going to the tunnel since you saw Belly. I done been through the most. Niggas talking about we fake bloods, I had to spin for the coast. Shit, that was 20 years ago, I was just slim with the toast.
I remember that. Remember niggas were saying it was fake bloods.
Outside, but they put everything on the post. No, shit. We not checking that. It's not a place that we go there. We not packing that. You know we flip this whole shit like an acrobat. And everything that you want coming back for that. Shit. So what more you wanna ask them? Niggas told me how to rap and now I'm platinum.
Yeah, Charlene. We talked about that, Charlene. Yeah, that was fucked up. We talked about that on Christmas. Then you got Javante. Yo, why Javante wasn't invited to the boxing awards? They say him. My man said he don't fuck with the promoter. So it's the first thing a rich person say to another rich person is, I got more money than you. I bet I own more investments than you. and I don't owe you $1 in tax, and I don't owe $1 in taxes. You can't buy nothing I can't buy that I want, sir, and that's a fact. Let's see who money lasts the longest, smart guy. So he said, by the way, little guy, don't speak too soon, I guess, because you definitely not making more than me. Fight who you've been fighting. That's why you talking about fighting Ryan again. He said, I see somebody mad they wasn't invited to the Ring Magazine gala. How you not going to invite Tank? One of the biggest draws in boxing. So look at this, yo. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Offset just like don't take his kick. Like Cardi B is making him look like a lame. Now, mind you, she making herself look crazy too. But she making that boy look like a lame, man. Like super lame. Now, Tank too smart to fight Bud. Check this out.
You know what? I've been all right all 2025. But this morning, motherfuckers decided to disturb my peace. So since people want to disturb my peace, I'm going to disturb everybody's fucking peace myself. I cannot wait to put my album out because I'm going to violate I really didn't want to put my business out, but I'm going to put my business out in this fucking album.
I don't know.
I
don't know. I'm just saying, she's trying her hardest to make the man look lame.
You know what?
I mean, he have done some lame shit. Like, we know he been cheating on her. That's some shit we do know. And now she trying to move on, and we know he have been inboxing niggas and doing a whole bunch of weird shit. Like, we do know that. We do know that because we have seen that. Like, you've been fucking off on Shorty, but you don't want her to go nowhere. That's lame as a motherfucker.
Me, I told myself, right, that I'm going to let the Lord handle people, and I'm not going to handle people because I could really ruin people.
Now she making herself look crazy too, though, because she stay running to the fucking internet, and she needed like. The world don't need to know everything that's going on behind closed doors in your motherfucking household. It definitely hurt. Like, that's why, yo, he should have known, based off of how she is, like, Cardi B seeks internet validation. That's why she haven't dropped the album. She don't want to be critiqued. She seeks internet validation. So he should have known if it all falls down. He got 18 years of this shit. Because I don't think she's stopping. Listen to her, though. She went in on his ass.
Life. Today, tomorrow, every single day. My mouth could literally ruin people's lives. But you know what? I just know that God will handle them. They're just not handling these people as fast as I want them to. By the way, do you guys know that my kids didn't receive no Christmas gifts from somebody in particular? Motherfuckers want to make it seem on social media like I was keeping my kids away from them. Like to make movies on social media.
Hell no.
But purposely fly to New York to buy their kids gifts. And guess how many gifts did they buy my kids? Zero. And then motherfuckers want to do shit too. You know what I noticed? Every single time that a motherfucker did something publicly to embarrass me, I noticed that they did that on purpose. Because a motherfucker thought that he was gonna ruin.
Yeah, you right though.
Ruin my year.
She definitely never should have
had me fucked up like they had me fucked up last year. But I'm so
did
strong.
Nothing to deserve fame.
I'm so fucking strong, and it doesn't affect me anymore. That even after you try to ruin me by being spiteful towards me and my kids, I still got my ass up and went to fucking work. Your fucking little games that you do for spite, that shit doesn't bother me no more, bitch ass nigga.
Call the man out.
What hurts me though is when motherfuckers trying to be spiteful towards my kids. That shit really be fucking pissing me the fuck off. And then you know what else be pissing me off? You know what else really hurt? Really hurt me, y'all. And I really want to let y'all women, when a motherfucker, you do so much for a motherfucker. Lift them up when they're down. Lift them up when everybody turns their back on them. Pray for them before you pray for yourself. And then a motherfucker come, bother your peace to tell you that you wasn't enough because you never listened. Oh, I wasn't enough because I never listened. I wonder if everybody that ever turned their back on you and shitted on you were enough for you, but because they didn't listen.
Yeah, Cardi B bad news, man. She gonna do this shit she's gonna do this shit to anybody she gets serious with. Like, yo, she's bad news, man. She's bad news.
But you know what? God is so fucking big. God is so fucking. I just know. And I didn't even want her to do this. But I don't like that when I'm at peace, motherfuckers want to call me private over and 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 over, and then do little shit behind the scene to piss me off. And then to piss me off, and then play in my face, and then play in my kid's face. You want to talk about, oh, you haven't accepted the divorce because you're not gonna agree on my terms because you just want to see the kids. You want to see the kids.
What type of shit is that? Yeah, what she trying to put that man in a death row contract? Like, she said he's not gonna accept her divorce because he just want to see the kids. Like, what kind of shit you got written in that motherfucker, Cardi? Like, but he ain't never gonna get the kids once a month? Like, I don't know about that. I probably wouldn't sign that shit either. Like, that sound crazy to me.
You just called your daughter for the first time this year, yesterday, your newborn. You love your kids so much and you bought them shit for Christmas.
Yeah, what the fuck is there to say to a goddamn newborn? I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like, I mean, what the fuck? She ain't gonna remember the shit. Like, yo, that shit sound crazy. Like, it's good to check on all your kids, but the highlight that you haven't talked to his newborn, like, I don't even think how old the newborn is. 2 months, 3, 4 months. It can't even talk back for real.
But you came to New York to buy your other kids gifts. But you ain't bought my kids shit on purpose to spite me.
Now that's petty.
Mind you, we was cool.
That's petty as a motherfucker.
We wasn't fucking, but we was cool. Stop fucking playing with me. I ain't listen. I ain't listen after you and your mama robbed me. Yeah, you and your mom robbed me cold. Wipe my nose.
Yeah, it's fucked up, Brandy.
Tell you stop fucking playing with me. Ask a mother. What's today's date? Today's the 14th. Ask motherfuckers where the Christmas gifts at. Where the Christmas kids at? Where the Christmas gifts at? And you know what? I already know why a motherfucker. I already know. I didn't want her to do this because this is what a motherfucker want. A motherfucker want me to go on social media to crash out so I could look crazy, so that they could look like they don't bother. That was always their plan. That's why I've been quiet. But you're gonna stop fucking playing with me, and you're gonna sign these fucking divorce papers, bitch ass nigga.
Damn.
And stop using my kids for an excuse. You're not gonna keep using my kids for an.
Say her shit just ended abruptly. Like, yo, Cardi B crazy as a motherfucker. Like, why she gotta disrespect that man like that? Like, women gotta stop that shit, man. That shit. Women get away with talking to men that most men would never allow another man to talk to them that way. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool. Yo, did y'all see this? This shit is fucking crazy. Look at this shit right here. A woman was scammed out of $800,000 by someone posing as Brad Pitt. The scammer sent her a DM on IG and convinced her with AI videos and edited images. She divorced her husband thinking they would be together. She realized it was fake when Brad Pitt appeared on the news with a new girlfriend. The scammer convinced her that his accounts were frozen due to his divorce from Angelina Jolie and that he needed money for kidney surgery. Yeah, but look at the images though, y'all. It's like, motherfuckers, yeah, he gonna go straight to hell for that, yo. That is a dirty motherfucker there, boy. Yeah, that's fucked up, yo. That's fucked up. Yo, they gotta do something about this AI technology. Cause it's fucked up. Like that's Brad Pitt. What the fuck? It is Brad Pitt. Damn. He a dirty motherfucker, man. Yeah, that's fucked up, yo. That's fucked up. Hey, yo. Yo, did y'all see the Amazon workers? Yo, hold up, yo. I want to talk about this yesterday. Yo, why is white folks always getting beat up on, man? Like, every time I turn around, somebody beating up on white folks. Like, what they leave white folks alone, man? Like, white folks is not a danger to anybody. But they stay beating up on them. Look at this shit.
Playtime. Playtime, you work with me.
You've been playing with me, bro. These folks ain't lying on you.
That's a girl.
Folks ain't lying on you.
So y'all gotta see this Amazon shit, yo. Like, yo, this shit crazy. I'm gonna get to it though. But look, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith funny as a motherfucker. I think Stephen A. Smith been voting Republican. But now he sees it's okay for black people to vote Republican. Like, how ironic. Stephen A. Smith, the first black guy, really to come out openly and say, I'm voting Republican.
Describe yourself before a fiscal conservative. You care about the border and
yeah, I'm ready to go to that straight
one or two other things. Those are and socially liberal, right? Those are all Trump things. So, like, what was the?
Yeah, Brian.
Was there just something else that was just a roadblock? Let's call it what it is. There's a lot of people that won't admit this. I'm going to admit it. I was a bit misinformed. Let's call it what it is.
There you go.
And
you was just scared to come out
that
and say
pressure emanating from my community, I'm tired of it. I think that's one of the reasons you see me sounding Patrick Bet David.
Yo, come on, yo.
Alluded to that as well, talking about me, and they're right. They're right.
Yeah, that was a girl doing
Harris
that to white folks, y'all. That wasn't a guy.
Was somewhat similar from the standpoint she was a black woman. I thought that the Democrats.
Yeah, I've been telling people. I've been telling people since 2019 that don't go out that bitch and vote for no motherfucking Biden. Like, why? Like, man. People the thing is, people be caring about what other people say or think.
The House or the Senate, if not both, and my desire to have order, to have to dissipate chaos, the chaos that I assumed would be forthcoming in a Trump administration, along with the fact that here was this woman this black woman that finally had an opportunity to be in that position. I thought that she was somebody that could be swayed. So if you had the Republicans in the House and the Senate, no matter how extreme left she may have appeared to be, especially with being caught talking about people in prison, being able to have sex change operations and all this stuff, I thought she was somebody that could be swayed. That she wasn't somebody that was wild. That we anticipate Trump will have. Trump just sat up there and turned 2 Republicans around the vote for Mike Johnson. Okay, we see that.
As of this morning, we're renaming the Gulf of Mexico.
How about that? America. How about that? I mean, this is Trump. And I certainly didn't see her having that kind of power. So it was safe. It was safe. I'm going to tell you when my mind almost changed.
When? Tell us when.
I had already voted down here. When Barack Obama spoke to those black men in Pittsburgh and alluded to misogyny being the reason that they weren't voting for Kamala Harris. I was highly offended by that. Right?
The way you described yourself before, Fisk.
I bet she was. Fuck out of here, nigga. Bluffing ass nigga. Yo, did y'all see that Trump say he ready to start charging taxes? What the fuck is that shit at? He ready to start taxing I ain't say that. Let me see if I can find it. Then I'm gonna go to the Amazon shit. That was crazy, y'all. Donald. Where the fuck is that shit at? It's gonna be called like he ready to start charging taxes. He ready to start taxing other countries. Now I don't know what effect that's gonna have on the economy. Let me Google it. Donald Trump to start taxing other countries. Donald.
I got the latest for Arnold Trump to start taxing other countries, Donald. The first headline from Business Insider on MSN.com is, Trump says he'll create an external revenue service on day 1 to help collect tariffs and revenue from other countries.
Creating a new federal agency requires approval from Congress. Oh, Congress got to approve it. But he owned the House and the Senate, I think. So, well, it's not clear how Trump will go about creating the External Revenue Service. Establishing a new agency requires Congress approval. Broad tariffs have been a cornerstone of Trump's campaign. On the campaign trail, he called for 6% tariff on goods imported from China, along with 10% to 20% tariffs on all other imports. He later amped up his threats on foreign countries by vowing more tariffs on Canada and Mexico. If they failed to crack down on immigration and drug trafficking, he warned of further tariffs on BRICS nations, unless they committed to not creating a new currency that will compete with the U.S. dollar. So earlier Tuesday, Steve Bannon, a former Trump White House advisor, put the creation of an external revenue service on a wish list for Trump's first 100 days in power. Like Trump, Bannon has said the U.S. should return to an era that relies more on tariff fees to fund the federal government. You wouldn't just look at tariffs, you would look at everything about how you can charge fees, essentially, whether that is on investments, access to this country. Bannon told Politico during an event focused on Trump's first 100 days. America is behind the golden door. This market is the most robust, lucrative market in the world, and we shouldn't just let people have access. What? We just shouldn't let people have, I guess. We shouldn't let foreigners have access to this market and to the American people and to the American citizens for free. So it said a number of economists and Trump experts have predicted that Trump's broader tariff proposal could have a larger impact on the economy and consumers than it did during the first campaign. First term. The nonpartisan Passing Institute, for example, predicted that Trump's proposed 6% tariffs on goods imported from China could boost inflation by 0.4 percentage points in 2025. Oh, so I don't know. We'll see how it works. We'll see. So let's go to Amazon, man. Like, this video is crazy. Now, when it get to like the blood and shit, I ain't gonna be able to show y'all. Yo, but these guys was beefing over a girl. Over a fucking girl. Dude ended up dying over this shit. Here you go right here. Look at this shit, y'all. Dude ended up dying over this dumbass shit.
Don't fight that man over that bitch. Oh shit! Wait a minute, y'all! Stop fighting over bitches! Oh hell, they put this up! Hey y'all, stop pulling that shit out! Get off of here! Get your hands off of that man! Get off of that man! Get your hands off that man! Oh, he bleeding! Okay, y'all, it's not that.
All right. So, yo, he ended up dying behind this shit. Look at this shit.
According to avvo.com, pro-se means that the person
Fight at Amazon leaves one man dead. He ended up stabbing him.
According to fox2now.com, Berkeley, Missouri, one man is dead following an altercation with an Amazon coworker Sunday night, according to police.
Like, yo, this shit over. They was beefing over a girl, man.
Better call 911. Hey, you took a big fall. We're gonna
Yep. Oh, some dumbass shit. You ain't lying.
Heard at work,
Shit's
and Brown and
stupid.
Crouppen will handle everything so you can focus on
Shorty was leaking.
Fox,
He fell right out after the fight. He fell out.
we're following a deadly stabbing at an Amazon warehouse in Berkeley. And new tonight, we now know an Amazon employee has been charged with first-degree murder in the case. Fox 2's Max Deeknight joins us live near the warehouse tonight off North Hanley Road. And Max,
I don't think that's
police say
first
this
degree
whole thing
murder
was
though.
caught on
Like,
camera.
goddamn. See, that's the shit I be talking about. Like, that's not first degree murder. He didn't come there with intention to kill that man. That's not that's second degree.
Manny, not only was it all caught on camera, but police say it happened, if you look behind us, right in front of the entrance to this Amazon warehouse here in Berkeley. They say it all started with some kind of an argument between two Amazon employees.
Yeah, he ready to go to play the rest of his life.
Around 8 o'clock Sunday night here at the Amazon STL9 warehouse near the corner of Springdale Avenue and North Hanley Road in Berkeley. Someone called police after two employees got into some kind of an argument that ended in the deadly stabbing. Police have identified the victim as 31-year-old Kenneth Anderson Lane. The suspect, 41-year-old Patrick Thrower, is charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal
Probably fighting over a young girl.
connection with his death. Police say Thrower admitted to having the knife used in the stabbing and was caught on
Appreciate
surveillance
it, Brian.
camera holding that same knife before confronting the victim outside of the main entrance to
Yeah,
the warehouse.
I couldn't
Court
show that
documents
part.
revealed the victim, also an Amazon employee, was stabbed once. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital from a single puncture wound to his heart. Berkeley
Damn.
Police confirmed Thrower was arrested at the scene of the crime. Amazon reacting to this news Monday night, a spokesperson telling Fox 2, quote, "We are saddened by this senseless act of violence and are focused on providing support for our employees at this time.
Vince, you ain't
We'll
lying.
refer to the
41, you
Berkeley
supposed to know
Police
better."
Department for additional information and continue to assist them with their investigation." Thrower is being held in the St. Louis County Jail tonight without bond.
Appreciate
Again,
it.
charged
Thanks for
with
the subs,
first-degree
man.
murder. in this case. Live in Berkeley tonight, Max Deke, Night Fox 2 News.
Yo, that's crazy, yo. Let me see if I can play a little bit more of it before you start leaking. Oh, no, I can't play no more of that. I can do it in slow motion. Hold on. How the fuck can I slow that shit up? I'm gonna do it in slow motion. And take the volume down. I don't think I can play that, y'all. They ain't ready to fuck me over. Yeah, that's just sad though, man. That's just sad for real. Yeah, he fucked his life up. That shit was stupid. Shit was stupid. Niggas crazy. How you just throw your life away like that, bro? Like you're at 41 years old, bro. Like you made it to 41 to throw your life away. Like you could have did that at 20. The fuck? Like, you feel me? Like don't know Joseph, all jokes aside though, yo. Yo, he could have did, if that's all he wanted, he could have did that shit when he was 20 years old. Like why wait to 40? Like get it over with. The fuck? Yo, it would be stupid, yo. Like, yo, come on, yo. Like, yo, you 41 years old, bro. Yo, he's gonna be kicking himself his ass every day for the rest of his life, knowing that he waited till he was 41 years old to throw his life away. Shit. Even if they hit him with second degree, they probably still give him a 30 piece. He's 40. Fuck around and make it out that bitch. Like, come on, he gonna be old as a bitch. He too old for that, man. Yeah. I seen that a while ago. Damn, my bad, y'all. All right, but camera on the Mace. So Mace, y'all replied to the Cameron thing. I ain't save it. I know who got it. Here you go, right here.
Mace, you there?
Listen to Mace. Listen to what Mace had to say, y'all.
Yo, what's good?
What you got to say to the people?
I wanted to just call up and say, you know, I really appreciate your show and all that you do. And just real quickly, I wanted to put this out there because I think the real issue is that everybody just jumps the gun. You know what I'm saying? People talk without having the information correctly.
Correct.
None of this would have happened if they would have just spoke. You know what I'm saying? My reason for eating popcorn is because if I try to get y'all together and y'all don't want to talk to each other, there's nothing for me to say. That's what I can say. So you got to understand, a person like me, it is in my power to get everybody together. It is in my power to say, to at least make the attempt. But you can't make people talk. And I try to do what I think somebody should have did for me when I wasn't present, is put us all together and say, yo, y'all need to work this out because we're embarrassing ourselves.
Yeah,
that's how I personally feel. So all I could do is just sit there where I can't scream at him. I can't scream at this person. My focus is always to put Cam in a better place. And if Jim wanted to be a part of it, Jim could have been a part of it, but it got to be a little different.
MREC TV exclusive.
Mace, you there?
Yo, what's good?
What you got this?
Let's see if we can find out what else Mace said. MREC TV Mace. Shout out to MREC TV, man.
Diva and R&B vocal. Oh, hold on, y'all. I need everybody to fall back on the calls. So, what you got to say to the people?
I wanted to just call up and say, you know, I really appreciate your show and all that you do. And just real quickly, I wanted to put this out there because I think the real issue is that everybody just jumps the gun. You know what I'm saying? People talk without having the information correctly.
Correct.
Me being a person, it is in my power to get everybody to. Y'all need to work this out because we're embarrassing ourselves. That's how I personally feel. So all I could do is just sit there. Well, I can't scream at him. I can't scream at this person. My focus is always to put Cam in a better place. And if Jim wanted to be a part of it, Jim could have been a part of it, but it got to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, you know? At the end of the day, Cam is my brother. And I want the best for Jim and Cam. You know what I'm saying? It don't look good and it ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And I wish somebody would have did this for me 30 years ago. That's what I really wish. I wish somebody would have did this to me instead of doing what I hear people doing on here. Just saying, oh, Mace could have did it. You don't know if Mace did that. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying what you believe. But now you know for sure. Mace did try to reach out and put everybody together. But it's hard to put people together when I'm still getting attacked. And I'm trying to put y'all together because I know the bigger picture. But that's it, you know, all love.
Well, I got to ask you one question, bro. Got to ask you one question, man.
I don't want to do no interview. I gave you enough.
It's not an interview, but this is rec, though. This rec, though. You know what I'm saying? The livest nigga that never put out no personal stuff we did to the media because you had that trust with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, with Jim Jones, the day that you taught him how to rap,
I can't answer all of that because I'm not on messy time. I'm not on messy time because no matter what I say, somebody gonna spin it a different way. What I wanted to say here is that before everything got out of control, Mace, as being a grown man, try to get two other grown men on the phone and say, "Yo, let's talk.
Them boys,
let's
need to
get
talk
on the phone. Let's get together." Whether they chose to honor that, that's on them, and that's why we are where we are. But Mace was not there for the interview, for any of the interviews. So niggas keep bringing my name up when I could feel a way, but I don't feel a way about any of this. I don't feel a way about any of this because it's 30 years old. Cam has come out and said he thought that, you know, it was a misunderstanding between me and him. So that validates that whatever everybody thought about Mace or felt about Mace was incorrect. And I don't want y'all to give me an apology, but please stop putting my name in stuff after Cam told you it was a misunderstanding. And I didn't have no money. I never took advantage of nobody.
Could you ask?
You know what I'm saying?
Can you answer this?
So
yes or no?
Let me just say what I want to say because it's going to be enough in that.
Okay.
I get Cam the deal. He gets a lot of money. I don't get anything from that. Me and Cam is great. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't get anything from his deal, so there's no way I could have done him wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And I tried my best to put him on a No Way Out tour, and that went good. And Cam went on to have a great career, and Jim went on to have a great career. And all of it starts with me. And I didn't get anything from either one of them, and never asked for anything for any one of them. I want both of them to be the best, and I want us all to move on. And that's why I wasn't a part of whatever interviews that went forth, because I don't do that. I do sports and I do music. I don't do the other stuff.
Got you. So
I gotta go all love.
It's all love, my nigga. We build.
He ain't trying to answer no questions.
So look, now you gotta understand. Now Mace, he's always tapped in. Like I told y'all, shouts to Ace. You know what I mean? He let y'all know y'all thought bro was playing. Nah, that's my nigga. Now, also, you gotta know, Mace knows, oh, and Rec gonna put me in a hot seat. You know what I mean? I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he cleared the air. Let's just say that.
MREC TV exclusive.
It's going down Friday, January 31st. MREC TV presents Ladies Night Out.
But this was the hood, not a...
Yeah, I mean, Mace pretty much summed it up. I mean, they do gotta figure that shit out. You know, regardless of who right, who wrong, that shit ugly. That shit ugly. To see two guys that we always thought was close, you know, due to, you know, how they presented it, to just fall out the way they fall out, then just get disrespectful on both ends. You know what I mean? Now, earlier I was on Jim Jones' heels. I mean, not Jim Jones, but Cameron heels, because he carried it. But at the end of the day, it's enough blame to go around, man. And ultimately, they need to figure that shit out. Can you imagine Jim Jones on It Is What It Is? You know what I mean? Bringing his own little flavor. It's like, yo, it seemed like, know what it's saying, like, for real? Like, if Cameron fucking with Mace, he ain't fucking with Jim. Is Cameron fucking with Jim, he not fucking with Mace. But it's like, yo, why we all can't be friends? You feel me? Like, yo, this shit crazy. Like, yo, them three together, yo, could make some shit happen. Like, for real. Like, not saying they need each other, but I think they stronger together. All three of them. All three of them. It's fucked up, though. That's how that shit going. You know, the disrespectful route. What else, y'all? What else going on in the news, y'all? Did y'all see this? Remember we read the paperwork of the Corey Pritchett Jr. about the girl saying that he tried to kidnap him. Now I think he turned himself in for that, but he actually spoke on that situation. That's good. He just ought to drop the motherfucking lawsuit. That lawsuit was dumb as a bitch. Like he for real. Matter of fact, he might as well have kept it going, because regardless, it's still gonna get viewed the same. Like, you shouldn't have never filed it.
First of all,
he ain't turn himself in.
We gotta have fun. Let's be smart. So if you kidnap somebody, why would you tell them this your only opportunity to get out their car? What the fuck?
But you made it use it to play on ties, folks. It's real federal paperwork. It's federal paperwork involved in that. Like, I mean, I don't see how. I mean, I heard somebody say that, but how? When it's real paperwork. If that shit was all in place, somebody gonna get in trouble. You remember we read the paperwork? Let me see. Hold on. Skip Bayless. Hey, look. It's real paperwork. Aggravated kidnapping, felony charge. Oh, all right. Oh, all right, okay. Oh, so he ain't never turned himself in. All right, well, yeah, I ain't never hear his side of the story.
Hold on, okay, we keep reading. Wait a minute. Man, you going crazy, bro. I can't believe they even put this in here like this. Like, y'all should at least make this story sound a little bit better than that, because it just don't sound right. One woman stated she tried to reach for her phone, but was unsuccessful, and Corey reported it drove off, leaving them stranded at night. Beep. Rolls Royce. A Lamborghini yours. God damn. Oh, look at that blue Vista over there. It's nasty. Alright, hold on, y'all. Let me go read some more. Wait a minute. Let me read some more. Okay. Investigator used GPS data from a Life 360 app.
That paperwork was crazy.
So,
I think he might have been
how did y'all use a GPS?
I think he might have had a bad trip. Like he was on some type. He probably was on coke or something. Like I think he had a bad trip, yo, and he flipped out and didn't probably realize what happened and got the fuck out of there. What did you buy?
360 app that one of the women had if they didn't have their phone. Remember how lawyer gonna have so much fun in court with their case, bro? Think about it. Look. One woman stated she tried to reach for her phone, her cell phone, but was unsuccessful. And Corey reported it drove out, leaving them stranded at night. The woman said they spent over an hour walking alongside of the dark highway before they flagged down a driver. Called 911. So that'll tell you that even though they said one woman reached for her phone, that would make you feel like the other lady had her phone. But before they walked an hour down the highway and flagged down a car to call 911, the other girl had her phone. So that means nobody had no phone. So if nobody had no phone, how you look at a GPS data app? Life 360 app.
Yeah, that sounds dumb as shit. Dumbass, the phone, if the phone is in the car, it say you took the phones. So they can pull that shit from the satellites. Like this nigga, like yo, this nigga's a dumbass. That's how they figured out where the fuck he was at. That's how they corroborated the story. Like you don't need the actual phone for that.
Bruh. I'm gonna have some of it. Hey, Reborn Motion out right now. Go stream the album right now. Let me know what your favorite song is. Because they didn't have a phone, they used the other person that picked them. So they downloaded the app off the other person's phone, whoever they called, and they were able to go on the app and see where they was.
They already had the app.
Even though where they was on the other person's phone when they got the other person's phone. Does that make sense?
This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. Like, yo, that's why I hate y'all. These niggas be burning me. How do these niggas get rich? Like, yo, it be the dumbest people be rich. Like, what the fuck is, like, how does that happen? This nigga don't even, he sound fucking stupid. And he joking and laughing like he know what he talking about, and he sounds foolish.
Don't you say? So,
how they serious charges?
The other girl didn't have a phone.
They wash his ass up with them charges.
Called the police on her phone, and she logged into the Life 360 app on their phone. They downloaded the app on that phone, logged into the app on their phone, and it showed the location that they were currently at. When the police. Alright, anyways.
That's not what the paperwork said.
Hey, bro. It was in the car, so it tracked them until they got dropped off.
Thank you, somebody.
It's not even true in the blog here. No, that shit ain't true, y'all. But I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm sorry.
Look, he ain't even respond. The person just explained to him what it was.
Bro, in reality,
his
I
ass
can really go to court, bro, myself and really be my own lawyer and this shit, bro, and whoop the hell out there. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'll let keep going. Screenshots also provided timestamps and the route supporting the victim's accounts of the abduction. Okay. Corey was identified via his driver license and social media. I was identified via his driver license and social media when investigators tried to reach out to him. His phone was no longer in service. Make that shit make sense. Now I'm going to be realistic with y'all. They didn't have no phone. Investigation don't have my number. Nobody had my number. So how did they try to reach out to me if they had my number?
Yeah, this nigga is stupid.
And how you get my driver license? My driver license not on social media.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this nigga's a fucking airhead. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this is a prime example of, just because you rich don't mean you always right. Like, a lot of these people with money are fucking stupid. This nigga is stupid. And he gonna fuck around and find out. like you sit there playing with these people, bro. Like, these are serious charges, my nigga. Aggravated kidnapping. And you fleed. And it's in Texas. Listen to what they said. The complainant, without his consent, with intent to prevent his liberation by secretly in holding the complainant in a place where the complainant was not likely to be found, and threatening to use deadly force, namely a firearm, on Rachel, and during the commission of said offense, the defendant used and exhibited a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. Yo, this nigga is crazy. Yo, he gonna fuck around. And they gonna fuck around, come find his ass. Yo, these niggas crazy, yo.
Bro, they didn't have my driver license. I'm telling you.
The car license.
No, they said identify his driver's license.
On a computer, on the database, dummy. On a database, MVA, DMV, whatever the fuck you call it. That's where they got it from.
Justine had to make this shit. I don't know. The girl, so let me tell the girl name. The girl name is right here.
Hey, Brad, this nigga tripping.
One of the girls working. Matter of fact, let me tell you the girl. So the girl tried to set me up. They tried to set me up. No one tried to tell you. So the girl, they tried to set me up, y'all. Do it, y'all finna realize. Like, I got all the proof. Like, I got videos and everything. It's so crazy. That's why I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much fun with it, bro. Because I'm gonna shut down. My haters gonna be mad because they gonna realize like, damn, this shit. They really lied on that man. And then I'm gonna blow up. And I'm gonna take off. I swear, I'm gonna take off. They owe it. But listen to this though. Hold up. Here go the girl's name.
Yo, think it's a game. Yo, this nigga crazy. Yo, we fucked up as black people, yo. Like, this shit crazy. Yo, think this shit is a game.
So one of the girls at 13, at Club 13, Sugar Jane Hardy Club. Her name is, her name right there. Hold on, her name is Ava Janae. Let me show you right here. Look, y'all might know the girl. Who knows the girl right here? She's a whore.
And now he's exposing a fucking witness. I mean, I guess this nigga crazy, bro. Yo, he better ever come back to the States. They better not ever fight. If they find a way to get him back over here, he is in trouble. He is in trouble, man.
I heard about it. I ain't know her, but they told me she ran through. And she be lying about her age. Yeah, this the girl right here, right? That girl go on her Instagram and put Jesus follower. Let me show you how funny this shit. Watch it. I screenshot her page, bro, before she did that. Let me show you how crazy life is, right? Let me show you something. So that's how you gonna know that they on bullshit. That's how you gonna know they lying, right? That's how you gonna know. Look.
Yeah, yeah.
When it happened, right? Well, I screenshot her page November the 24th, as y'all see, 2024, right? I screenshot her Instagram because I was trying to figure out who these girls are. They're trying to set me up. Like, I said, let me make sure I get their page, right? So look, I screenshot her page that y'all see right here. Y'all see she ain't post nothing, right? Why all of a sudden, now that y'all going to the police trying to say I kidnapped y'all, in her bio it say Jesus follower. Y'all see I screenshot this today. Why all of a sudden it say Jesus follower? Bro.
Yo, this nigga crazy. Yo, this is wild, yo.
So you following Jesus now, huh?
Yeah, this nigga is crazy.
Alright, anyways.
You already know, Charlene.
Let me show the other girl. The other girl, she just disappeared. She took her whole Instagram down because she don't want to look bad because she in college and stuff like that. I screenshot her ad too. Got me fucked up. Hold on, let me show you her. I screenshot her too. Look, they go the other girl right here. I'm doing it right now. This the other girl right here. Her name is Sydney. However you pronounce her last name. Her Instagram down. This her Instagram right here. Alright, so look, this her. Look at her. Look at her. She and they young, but I ain't know these girls. Look at them. Look at her right here. You can't even find her Instagram. She took her page down. She actually deactivated her whole Instagram, right? Why you deactivate your Instagram for? Like,
yo, he tripping.
If y'all got kidnapped and somebody kidnapped y'all and try to do all this to y'all, what you hide from? How you go to the come on, bro. She's around, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it get hard. You can't run. But they say I wanna run though. I'm on the run, but these, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'd be amazed at the level of stupidity it is out this bitch.
And I ain't know them at all, bro. I swear to God, y'all, I didn't know these girls from a can of paint. I was in, let me tell you, on Jesus Christ.
They fuck round B.
I was 13 with my OG, right? And I was mad that night. No bullshit.
Brand, you ain't familiar with the case? I'm gonna read. I'm gonna go back and read the paperwork.
Pussy ass nigga in Houston. He did some flaw ass shit. That dude at the dealership where I was gonna get the Mercedes-Benz from. He did some flaw ass shit, right? So I was mad and like I was irritated as hell, bro. I was in the club. Like, I'm gonna show y'all. Just like, man, I think he was high coke or something. Corey got proof for everything. Let me show you how I was in the club. Look, they was in the club, bro, that night.
He geeked out. I think he geeked out. That's why he left.
Hey, before anybody else bought Corey, say, man, be careful, because that nigga keep proof for everything. You're damn right.
Yeah, straight cash. You ain't lying.
November the 22nd, bro. And November the 24th, the screenshot. So I think I'm in the club. My OG sent it to me. I'm in 13. I'm mad at hell. I'm irritated in the club. This before me and the girl even started talking, right? My OG sent me this shit. Yeah. Look, I'm irritated as hell in the club. I realized my OG recorded me. I didn't even know it. It was at 11:43 p.m.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't need a fucking lawyer. I do it myself, bro. Cause the judge gonna have to see this shit. He go see. He said, "Oh, I hit one of them where I tried, but shit was so stank, bro. Them girls young, bro. I ain't fought neither one of them. On my dead sister, I didn't kiss neither one of them. I didn't have sex with neither one of them. None of that. Let me tell you, the girl who was in the club, bro. I was irritated. The girl stood next to me, right? And she started talking to me out of nowhere. She just started talking to me. We were chopping up, like I ain't gonna hold it. I was kind of irritated. So I was just like, man, I'm so tired. I'm just tired of these weekend people, bro. Like, everybody just be playing me. She was like, oh, I feel the same way. We going through the same thing. So me,
yeah, they gonna punish his ass, yo. He's gonna see this video in court. They're gonna play this whole video in court. This nigga is, yo, he think it's a game.
Man, so she act like she spiritually woke like me, right? You feel what I'm saying? So she was like, they gonna get some food afterwards. So we went up the road, got some food after the club closed, because she worked the club, right? And then so we got some food. She was like, she going to the gym. I said, I go work out too. She said, I work out too. She said, come to my gym. I was like, man, I don't come to your gym, you full of shit. So I ended up going to her gym, right? So I went to their gym, I worked out with them at their gym, right? I got the gym and everything. And she was like, let me show you how the setup went. So this is how the setup went, right? This when I started, my spirit started talking to me and everything started happening. So we get ready to leave this screen, right? And they were like, we want to do something. I swear to God, my partner called me. It was in Vegas. Vegas had that F1 racing going on Jesus Christ, online, I'm flying. I can call my dog right now. My dog in Vegas.
Yo, what the fuck is you talking about? Nobody give a fuck about no F1 racing. Your life rate be on the line, bro. You in Texas. Aggravated kidnapping on 2 women in Texas.
He called me big time. He like, man, drop
Somebody
everything
named
you doing
Corey
now.
Pritchett
Go to
Jr.
the airport, come to Vegas. We got the penthouse and everything. F1 racing going on right now. I'm like, so I was like, I'm with the girls. I'm like, damn. He's like, bro. He's like, yeah. So I was like, all right. I said, look, I was just gonna go do
Hey,
some.
Brad, wait till I read the paperwork.
My partner hit me up and told me to drop everything I'm doing and literally get on the flight, go to Vegas to the F1 racing event. So I called my OG. I said, OG. I said, gang just told us to come to Vegas. OG say, nah, Corey, we handling business right now. We can't do that. You feel me? Because me and my OG handling some business that night. So I was like, all right, well, OG told me we can't do it right now. So I said, fuck it. So the girl, like, they want to go bowling. They were like, oh, let's go bowling. They were trying to convince me to go bowling. I said, you know what's so crazy? I wanted to go bowling too, man, for a little minute. They're like, yeah, we going bowling. We going bowling tonight. We supposed to be going bowling. I was like, word? I ain't bitch say this. I should they do it? So I'm cool with some niggas that fuck with mob ties and all that shit.
The fuck mob ties got to do with that?
I was just bowling with them. If y'all
oh,
I was
so that's
bowling.
who he was scared of. Mob ties probably extorted his ass. So that's who he was scared of. Remember, the girl said he was scared of some guys in there. Mob ties maybe putting pressure on them boys in Texas like that. Or what's that, Houston?
With them at a bowling alley they normally go to, literally, right? They normally go to the same bowling alley every Tuesday. I went 2 times with them because I'm cool with one of the guys that rock with them. Like, it's supposed to be cool, right? So I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I said, so I picked the bowling. I said, hold on, we'll go to this bowling alley. I picked the bowling alley that I normally do my parties at. So we go to that. So you know, we set it up. So I go to this bowling alley.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is.
So they said we can take a shower at your house. We can meet at your house. I was like, all right, cool. We can do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's cool. So I took them to their crib, to the girl crib. I waited in the car. They came out with suitcases. The chain code. Man, them bitches had clothes. They gonna stay for a whole month. On Jesus Christ, from line on flying, gang. They had clothes that they were gonna stay for a whole month.
That shit's irrelevant, bro.
Okay,
then how you saying they setting you up? Yo, he is ruining his own case. You saying they setting you up, but they brought clothes like they would stand for a whole month. He is ruining his case.
They had so many clothes. So my intuition started talking to me. I ain't saying nothing. Y'all understand? I'm not dumb. I said, why they got all that? I'm like, why they got all these damn clothes, bro? I said, twin. I said, man, these girl brought so many clothes, bro. On my mama from Line of Flying. Cool. So we'll skip the story, right? So we get to the bowling alley, right? Come to find out, the mob ties dudes is at the same bowling alley. So I'm like, what's the fucking coincidence that these niggas supposed to be at the same bowling alley? Then I got a phone call that one of the guys was looking.
Mob ties must be extorting y'all. I can see him being a extortion candidate. I can see him being a candidate of extortion. And man hit him with the soft press.
For me for something. Cause he tied to Carmen manager. They trying to accuse me that I sell her car on fire. So I'm like, what? I'm confused. I'm confused. But my yeah, I'm trying to teach y'all something. My spirit was telling me shit.
Yeah, he's stupid as a motherfucker.
But my spirit was telling me how to move. That's why I love God to death. I don't care what nobody say, bro. God's so good, bro. If you just listen to your intuition, listen to your spirit, bro, it save you from a lot of shit. So some told me to leave the bowling alley. I left the bowling alley. I left. I like, okay, I'm gonna leave it before this shit. I left. You feel me? I called my OG. I said, bro, I'm gonna leave, bro, cause something ain't right. Niggas told me to leave. Anyways, the girls trying to make me stay and shit. They acting mad weird.
Nah,
you
bro.
Feel what I'm saying?
Mob ties already knew them. They already knew them. Knew him. It could have been.
They mad weird, bro. And that's bro, I swear to God, they acting mad weird as hell in the bro.
They could have probably lined them up.
Tripping for wrong child. So my partner tell me, he like, bro, I was just watching the girl, but they popped some shit, bro. He was like, man, bro, I don't know what you talking about, bro. Man, I was just
yo, but he probably scary as a motherfucker though, yo. Like I can see, yo, he probably is very scary. Very, very, very scary. Like I can see yo flipping out for nothing as well. Just as it's possible that they could have been trying to set him up. But even with them trying to set him up, that's not gonna be a defense. You can't say that in court. Oh no, they try to set me up. Like ain't no judge gonna be trying to hear that shit. The fuck? What the fuck? Is there any proof? Like that argument is gonna be like a waste of argument. You're not gonna be able to make that argument in court without no proof.
So me, I'm playing the cool project shit. Where is it? You just wanna walk from this way. Alright, now go. Alright. See, now I'm starting to feel sit up again now.
Look, he's scared as shit.
No, for real. Man, I'm at the tip. Anyway.
Yeah, he's scary, y'all. He probably got robbed a hell of a lot of times, man. All right, so let's for the people that have, let's read this shit. All right. All right. So we're going to start right here. Can y'all see that? Well, that's too small. I can't make it no bigger. All right, we're going to start it right here. A fine S. Elias, employed by Houston Police Department. Let's get to the point. All right. It is reported that both compliance, Sydney Regaza and Ava Rachel, were located by Waller County Sheriff near a way station off I-10 in the Brookshire, Texas area, where a bystander saw both compliance on the side of the road alone and called 911. The compliance were then transported to Harris County Precinct 5 station, located at 17423 Katy Freeway, Katy, Texas, for further interview by Harris County Precinct 5 Deputy Torres. The defendant, Corey Pritchett, was identified by both complainants via his Texas driver's license photo by Deputy Y. Torres. A fine met with both complainants, Sydney Regaza and Ava Rachel, who provided a detailed statement of the incident. A fine finds both individuals to be credible, and their statements consistent with Deputy Torres' report. Deputy Torres' report states that both complainants, Sydney Regaza and Ava Rachel, knew of the defendant, Corey Pritchett, as well as a known YouTuber. When a fine spoke to both compliance, they also stated the same. A fine searched Google search engine for Corey Pritchett, where it shows him to be a musical artist, and on his Instagram account, Corey Pritchett Jr. as a public figure. From speaking to both compliance, a fine learned the following. Compliant Rachel stated she met the defendant on November 22nd, 2024, where they exchanged phone numbers, and he was invited to go work out with her in compliant Sydney Rezaga at All In Sports Performance Gym located at 1630 Maple Street, Houston, Harris County, Texas. Houston, Harris County, Texas for the next day, November 23rd, 2024, which the defendant agreed to. Compliant Rachel stated that on November 23rd, 2024, she met with compliant Rezaga, defendant, and the owner of the gym, Justin Allen, where they worked out at approximately 10,000 hours. After the workout, compliant Rachel stated that she, compliant Rezaga, and Justin Allen were going bowling in the evening. The defendant asked if he could go, which they agreed. The defendant invited complainants to come on an ATV outing before going bowling. Complainants went back to complainant Rachel's apartment, where they got ready for the ATV outing, and the defendant picked them up. Compliance took a bag with them which contained several personal belongings, clothes, and makeup. The defendant arrived to complainant Rachel's apartment to pick them up, and all three individuals go on an ATV outing at Extreme Off-Road Park located at 1927 Golf Pump Road, Crosby, Texas. When the individuals are done with the outing, the defendant makes the suggestion to have both complainants change at his Airbnb since they were having a good time together. Both complainants agreed where they would change clothes with no issues or anything happening while they were there. The defendant drives the complainants to Bowlery, Houston, where they continue their activities and are met with two male friends of defendant, which they did not know their names. Justin Allen shows up to Bolero, Houston. The complainants notice that the defendant and his friends begin to act suspicious by constantly looking around and learn that they had an issue with another group, I guess that was mob ties, that was at the bowling alley. The complainant asked the defendant to leave with his friends if he was to continue to act in that manner. The defendant told complainant Rachel that he was going to step out with his friends. At this point, it was complainant and Justin Allen still at the bowling alley. Complainant Rachel noticed that a lengthy amount of time passed and defendant had not returned. She texted the defendant that her and complainant Razaga belongings were left in his car and they needed them back. She stated that defendant responded to have Justin Allen give them a ride to the head parking lot located at 97 Katy Freeway, Houston, Harris County, Texas. Justin Allen provided both complainants a ride to the location. The defendant then texts complainant Rachel that he is at the Academy Sports Plus Outdoors, which is located on the same shopping strip of Head. Justin Allen drops off the complainants and the defendant offers to drop the complainants off at her residence. Like, why did he do that? Why did he offer to drop them off? That's going to kill his robbery claims right there. Because he already left to a whole nother location. Complainant Rachel agrees to have complainant Razaga and her dropped off at her apartment since it's located right behind this shopping strip they met the defendant at. All right, y'all, I'm ready to get this thing to read.
Corey Pritchett, unofficial copy office of Marilyn Burgess District Clerk.
Oh my God, they always do that. I finished reading. Fuck. Both complainants stated by this time they noticed there was a complete change in his behavior and defended where he was not the same person as he was earlier that day. The defendant then explains to both complainants that he believes someone is after him and that he is accused of setting someone's car on fire. Okay. The defendant begins to drive, which the complainant believed they were going to be taken to complainant's Rachel's apartment. The defendant then drives in the opposite direction of complainant Rachel's apartment and is now on the service road of I-10, west passing Gassner Road, where he goes under the overpass and is now going eastbound on the service road of I-10. So they track their phones to know all this is true. In Harris County, Texas. Complainant Rachel noticed that defendant passes up the light at Bunker Hill Road, which is the road that takes her to her apartment. Complainant Rachel informs the defendant that he is going the wrong way and to take her home. Complainant Rachel states that she noticed that defendant is making several phone calls to unknown people and responding that he was on the way. Complainant Rachel states that she remembers the defendant was now somewhere near Memorial Drive area, and at some point they were going westbound on I-10 going towards San Antonio, where he was driving at a high rate of speed, which both complainants felt it was easily going over 100 miles per hour. Complainant Rachel stated that the defendant produced a handgun that was located between the center console and the front driver's seat, where he begins to wave the gun out of the sunroof of the vehicle. Both complainants described the weapon to be gold-colored a handgun firearm. Complainant Rachel states she then tells the defendant to take her back to her apartment, but he continued to drive westbound on I-10. Both complainants state that they tried to calm the defendant by telling him to pray together, in which he agrees to do so, and leads the prayer but continues to drive westbound on I-10 at a high rate of speed. Complainant Rachel stated she noticed that they are now passing up Katy Mills, where the defendant makes a phone call to an unknown female that he had saved in his phone as future wife. Caller, where she is put on video chat, but her face is not shown on the screen, and they are having a casual conversation. Both complainants stated the defendant then asked the female caller if he had the perfect opportunity and was driving in the middle of nowhere, and no one could hear the unknown female responded. And no one could hear them scream. Speaking of both complainants, and no one could ever find them. So he tried to do this to scare them, yo. That was stupid. This nigga is stupid. based off of, I see how he is, this was a scare tactic. But this scare tactic can land him in prison for a very, 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 very long time. This was a scare tactic. Yeah, he probably was high. All right, let's start back over. Driving in the middle of nowhere, and no one could hear them scream. Speaking of both complaints, and no one could ever find them. Should he just go ahead and do it? Both complainants stated the unknown female responded with a yes. Both complainants stated they knew at this point the defendant was going to take them in the middle of nowhere and kill them. Seeing that he also had a gun in his possession, both stated they feared for their lives. Complainant Rachel was sitting in the front passenger seat and complainant Razaga was sitting in the rear passenger seat. Both complainants were on their phones texting each other of the situation. The defendant noticed that both complainants were on their phones. Complainant Razaga stated the defendant then snatched complainant Razaga's phone from her hand and then looked at complainant Razaga and pointed the gun at her and demanded she turn over the phone, which she does. Complainant Razaga stated the defendant then turned off the cellular data on both of their phones and continued to drive at a high rate of speed. Both complainants stated the defendant then rolled down the front driver's side window and shot the gun approximately 4 to 5 times out the window. Complainant Rachel stated she then gently taps the defendant on the shoulder and asks if she can sit in the back with complainant Razaga to comfort her. Complainant Rachel stated the defendant then turned toward her and pointed the gun at her, telling her to stay where she is. Complainant Rachel stated she remembers passing up a restaurant called Kathy Corner. This is located on 9027 Southeast, whatever, where the defendant went on the turnabout and got back on I-10 going east toward Houston. Both complainants stated the defendant pulled over on the shoulder and ordered them out of the car and said, "This is your only opportunity." Complainant Rachel stated she tried to get her phone from the defendant but was unsuccessful, and the defendant drove off, leaving them on the side of the highway alone at night at approximately 01:18 hours. And they say this information is based off screenshots from the complainant Razaga Life 360 app. The complainant stated they continued walking on the side of the highway for approximately an hour and tried to flag down drivers. Yo, this nigga, he was going 106 miles an hour for 30 minutes. A little over 30 minutes, he was driving 106 miles an hour. Yo, that's scary as a bitch. Nigga, I'd have been scared. Yo, if you driving 106 miles an hour from 1244 to 118, I'd have been scared. Nigga, get me the fuck out this motherfucking car before you kill us. The fuck wrong with you? Yo, that shit was a scare tactic. Cause he ain't doing that to nobody. I think we all can agree to that. But what he not realizing is the law don't give a fuck about that. The fuck, that judge ain't gonna give a fuck that you was trying to scare them. This nigga stupid. Yeah, he done. That was stupid as a motherfucker. Extremely. Yeah, straight up. We gotta keep the paperwork going. Shout out to Flim Flam. Yo, this nigga is done. See, I ain't know what kind of guy he was. Like, I was thinking that maybe he really was trying to do that. But no, this nigga wasn't. He ain't trying to hurt a fucking soul. He was scared of mob ties. Them boys had him shaking in his boots. He's scary. So he keep a gun on him. He ain't gonna shoot nobody. Fuck around and end up getting that bitch took. But he thought the girls was trying to rob him, and they could have been. They probably like, this motherfucker sweet as candy. I mean, might as well set his ass up. But the problem is, the court system ain't trying to hear that. You didn't get set up. You didn't get robbed. That's all the fuck they gonna be trying to worry. That's all the fuck they gonna be worried about. And how the fuck can you prove it? How can you prove that these people tried to rob you? I mean, you could try to subpoena their cell phone records, maybe. But why would they bring a whole bag of clothes if they were setting you up to be robbed? I think he might have just been scurried. He seen mob ties there, and they probably been extorting his ass for 15 years, and his ass was scared to death. That man was getting extorted for 15 years straight. That shit gotta be some type of record. that gotta be some type of record, y'all. A 15 years straight extortion. God dang. That's why they just give anybody money nowadays, y'all. Like, we should all be rich if his ass got some money. How the fuck did that happen? This shit crazy. Right, Charlie? I was just playing, y'all. Hey, Jay, don't Jay be trying to hear that shit. Fuck you, mean you was just playing? Cause for real, to be honest, that sounds like a serious traumatic event. Like, for real. Yo, you driving 106 miles an hour for 30 minutes? Waving around a gun? Bluffing? He riding around with a gun bluffing for 160 minutes. I mean, for 30 motherfucking minutes. Scared them girls half to death. Then why you still up? Better go to bed, y'all. I'm ready to go to bed. And then he put out a video basically telling on himself. And we got some dumbass people in the world. We got some dumbass people in this world, man. Like, yo, that was stupid. And here in Texas, you ain't lying. Scared the shit out of them girls. Fuck no, I ain't gonna be surprised if he start working. Hell no. Shit, that's a perfect candidate. It's a perfect candidate. They gonna put so much pressure on that motherfucking boy. He gonna tell on mob ties. Mob ties, man. Shit, mob ties, man. Hope he don't get caught. He gonna tell it all. For real. If mob ties doing any dirt in Texas and they catch his ass, he is gonna tell it all. Like everything. Like anything else you need to know? Like, you feel? Like, he ain't gonna hold nothing. No holds barred, you heard me? That man ain't gonna hold nothing back. Hey, yo, these niggas be funny, yo. That's why, all we can do is laugh at these motherfuckers, man. Like, for real. You'll think it's a game. He better hope they don't find a way to get him back over this bitch. He better hope they do not find a way to get him back over this motherfucker. Because there is ways. There are ways. You know, we looked it up. We looked it up the last time we talked about your case. They probably working hand in hand trying to figure out a way to get his ass over this bitch. Yeah, for real. That shit crazy, yo. But shit, I appreciate everybody that tapped in, yo. It's one thing, yo. We still went late. It was 1:23, yo. Y'all know I gotta get up in the morning, yo. If you want to support the platform, Cash App Baltimore Swag. What the fuck, Edward? Oh, there you go, Edward. Cash App Baltimore Swag. Share the live. It's another day of Keep G News. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. Salute to everybody that subscribed. Salute to all the mods. Salute to the motherfucking members. And man, make sure y'all share the live, y'all. And we out.